For joining us this afternoon. The Subcommittee on Interior, Energy, and Environment is meeting today to discuss the importance of access to our public lands managed by the Forest Service. The Forest Service manages about 200 million acres of land, more than 370,000 miles of roads, and more than 158,000 miles of recreational trails across the United States. Land that should be open and accessible for use and enjoyment of all Americans. Unfortunately, the Forest Service seems to be moving away from its original multiple-use mission. Although Congress has directed the Forest Service to manage land for grazing, recreation, and wildlife habitat, among other things, the Forest Service has locked up our public lands instead. My home state of Montana is a perfect example. According to a report by the Montana State Legislature's Environmental Quality Council, the Forest Service has closed more than 21,000 miles of roads in Montana since the mid-1990s. That's nearly 1/3 of all the Forest Service roads in the state. Kerry White, Montana State Representative who introduced the resolution to commission the report, is here today to discuss this important topic. Access to public lands is not a problem just in Montana. We know the Forest Service is closing and decommissioning roads in other states as well. That's why we'll also hear from witnesses from California and Oregon who can share the challenges of access to Forest Service land in their communities. Keeping Forest Service land open to the public is important for a number of reasons. First, we need to preserve access for hiking, camping, hunting, fishing, and other outdoor recreation, the benefits of which speak for themselves. When the Forest Service blocks off roads and places excessive restrictions on public lands, it prevents people from participating in America's outdoor heritage. Outdoor recreation is also big business. Each year, people spend $887 billion on outdoor recreation, and the industry creates 7.6 million American jobs. Some of these jobs are with small business that depend on visitors to our public lands, such as guides, outfitters, ski areas, off-road vehicles, and snowmobile dealers, even restaurants and gas stations. Additionally, access to forest lands can help prevent the spread of wildfires. If firefighters cannot quickly reach fires on the ground, more acres burn and more firefighting resources become necessary. Despite the measurable benefits of access to public lands, the Forest Service is under pressure to close and decommission thousands of miles of Forest Service managed trails and roads. Burdensome regulations, inconsistent policies, lack of proper maintenance, and the constant threat of litigation all contribute to the trend towards road closures. The witnesses here today can discuss the importance of access to the Forest Service land, why the agency has trended toward road closures in recent years, and what we can do to restore public access to our public lands. The Forest Service certainly has room for improvement. However, this administration has made it clear that it's absolutely imperative for federal agencies to work with states and local communities instead of dictating land management decisions from Washington. That's why I hope to see strong, accountable leadership at the Forest Service soon. Finally, I want to say thank you to all the witnesses, some of whom traveled across the country to be here, and I look forward to hearing your testimony.